CGI guys, my name is Ionwe and welcome to this Blender tutorial. Today we're gonna take a look at making this scene. Tracking is the base of every VFX scene you do, and in Blender tracking takes a lot of time, especially when you didn't put tracking markers in your scene. Don't worry, After Effects has a perfect inbuilt tracking system that will automatically track your footage. Now we're gonna use that After Effects tracking system to make a track footage like this one. This tracking footage we're gonna import in Blender, and tracking is so easy when you have tracking footage. So let's begin. So you shot an awesome scene, but you forgot to put down tracking markers, like this scene. Well, to track this in Blender is possible, but it's gonna take a lot of time and effort to do it. In After Effects is a 3D tracker that will do this automatically. In After Effects we're gonna create this, which allows us to easily track this scene. So how do you make this track footage? Well, let's do that. First, go into After Effects, obviously, and then drag down your footage, of course. Gonna add that in. Simply select your footage and under tracker say track camera. Now if your footage is really bad and the same colors, no contrast, you can go to advanced and say detailed analysis. Anyways, you can do that, so there are gonna be more tracking scenes, more tracking points in your scene, so you can choose between more. So I'm gonna do that just to show you, and yeah, I'll see you in a second. So your scene is fully tracked, and as you can see, this is absolutely amazing. Check how many tracking marks appeared. Absolutely amazing. So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna select some of those tracking marks and we say, hey, create a solid please. Then you scale the solid obviously down, and we're gonna do that like 20 times or something, so you have enough tracking marks on your scene. Make sure they're everywhere. Well, we're gonna do this a couple of times, so I'll see you in a second. So I did a couple, but you don't have to do all those in the same way. What you also can do, which is way easy, is just select one. Oh, don't forget, first I'm gonna lock in those tracking marks. It's gonna come in hand later on. And what easy is just you're gonna select one and say create a null. That will be way smaller already. So that's really useful to do, and we're gonna do a couple of those as well, so we don't have to do 20 of those guys. The nice thing about it is they're all different colors, so that's really useful, so they don't so it's high contrast everywhere. So I did a couple. I'm pretty happy with this. This is enough for now. Still, we need to change those little ones a little bit, so we press Ctrl A to select everyone, unselect the camera and your footage, and we're gonna first scale them up, because that's way easier. Then we're gonna press R and rotate the axis a little bit, like this, so they're a little bit more aligned up, like this. Okay, that's great. So, like this. How does this look? Let's see. Like this. Well, now we have real tracking markers in our scene. So let's render that out. Yes. And render it out. I will see you in a second again. Wow, a lot of seconds. So it's rendered. Let's open up a new Blender. We go to Movie Clip Editor and open our tracking file, and let's see where it is. Here it is. First of all, we're gonna do this word. I don't know how you pronounce that. Prefetch. And set scene frame. Prefetch again. Sorry. And now it's all smooth. So before we go into tracking, we're gonna say this lock into a fine, and that allows us to just get a tracking marks, align it with our planes, with our tracking planes. Let's see the search area, that's way too big. This is fine. And it will destroy with it. Oh yeah, sometimes this will hit the border, and when that happens, it has no search space to go here. So what you can do is just make this a little bit bigger. You can allow to see that right here, and now it will all be fine. I align it again and it will be fine. I'm gonna track this and I'll see you in a second. Again. So I tracked my scene a lot, and I'm gonna solve it. And of course, as you can see, this is quite high solve error. You have to keep this number as low as possible. So we're gonna clean up some tracks, and we set this to like 1.2 or something, and we unselect everything, and we say select tracks. Then we delete it, and we say solve camera motion again. And as you can see, this solving is way lower, and this will be very accurate to the scene. Now we're gonna select some tracking marks and set it as a floor, and set up those guys. So gonna delete that one first. Okay, and we're gonna add to our camera the camera solver. Also go to start display again. Add image, movie clip. Okay, that is quite nice. And as you can see, this is tracked pretty well. What we're gonna do now is just go to the movie clip editor and set up a tracking scene like this. Yeah, let's go to the next step. So the next step is to fill up this plane into our camera, because now will be a straight line. As you can see, this has to cover up the whole camera, the whole frame. So that's what we're gonna do. We go to edit mode, we go to edge mode, and we're gonna scale it up again and bring it up even more. Scale it up and bring it up, and like this. Okay, so now we're sure it's all covered and everywhere is gonna be shadows if we play something in the scene. Okay, also I set it to smooth. It's even better. Okay, nice. Now we're gonna play something in our scene. Well, the rest is actually really easy, so I'm gonna not explain a lot, but I'm gonna append some stuff. So I have a bullet right now, and don't forget to set this bullet to the first layer. I'm gonna rotate this really quick. So, okay, so we have our bullet. You can download the bullet on my site. Really easy model, just a nice little shader on it. Okay, and we're gonna append something else, which is this. This guy. Ah, nice. And also it's directly already there. Okay, nice. Gonna add that in really quick. So I'm gonna set up a scene, and you will see the results after the time lapse. Have a look. So this tip is very important if you use 3D object in your real world footage. Always use an environment map that you shot yourself, because the reflection, the lighting will directly match, and that is so essential to a realistic shot. So obviously you don't want to render it on your tracking footage. So how to change that? Really easy. You go to your node editor and go to those pictures right here, that icon, and you see this node over here, and you just simply click this one and select your footage. Apparently I didn't render the footage clean, so I'm gonna do that first. So that was it for now. But before I go, I need to give a shout out to Blendmaster. He helped me improve my tutorials, and it's really awesome. So check that channel out. Once again, that was it for now. I hope you liked the tutorial. I surely did, and I'll see you next week.